What's up, everybody? Nameco Dustin here, Fancy Smack Talk, talking sleepers. Now, you might have saw our sleeper / undervalue show. This is our deep sleeper show. So that means, guys, you're drafting at the end of your draft. Obviously, before your kicker and probably your defense. But these are the guys that you can get in the later rounds.
Before we get into it, though, our sponsors, DraftKings. If you want a free Smack Talk shirt, which everybody does, you know.
Who doesn't want a free t-shirt?
Go to DraftKings, use the promo code FST. Do this before the start of the season on September 10th. We'll get in touch with you, and we will get your shirt size and send you a shirt. You can also follow the link on the card or in the description. Follow the instructions on that page and sign up that way as well. That's the gift from us. The gift from DraftKings is you get a free entry to a cash game, which can have thousands of dollars in prizes. You can use it now or wait until football starts. Like we said in some other videos, it's a win-win.
It is a win-win. And daily games are extremely fun, and I love the format for DraftKings. So let's talk about some deep sleepers, and you might be taken for low amount of value in your daily games or late in your real drafts. Like that segue?
Yeah, you like
First
that.
guy I'm going to talk about is Duke Johnson, running back for the Cleveland Browns. We both love this guy, so he's going to be a joint Nameco Dustin guy, I think. So, you know, we sometimes do that, but this is what we love about him. Coming third-round pick out of Miami. Not a lot of faith in West, not a lot of faith in Crowell, and this guy, it's got great hands. And then, you know, now the reports, they're playing him somewhat wide receiver. That doesn't mean anything for me. He's not going to be a wide receiver 2 out in the Browns, even though they really got no good wide receivers. But he's going to be a running back, and I think he's going to be a PPR sneaky play. While he might not start the season as the featured guy, you know, I think they're going to need to be able to throw it to the running backs in the flat, PPR. I just like Duke Johnson as a late pick.
Cameron Artis-Payne is a guy that I like out there with Carolina. I like him for a couple of reasons. One, because Jonathan Stewart can't stay healthy, and I don't necessarily trust him. D'Angelo Williams is gone, so there's some carries to go around anyway, just because I need to keep Stewart fresh. And I love this guy's highlight reel. Check it out, and this guy is just a bowling ball. He's not going to break off any 80-yard runs, but he just plows through people. It takes more than one person to bring him down. I just like his running style. He always falls forward. I see him pretty much from day one getting himself a nice little chunk of carries. And if Stewart goes down, which is very likely, he could be a good guy to have in potential goal lines.
And
we'll
certainly the
goal
handcuff to
lines.
Stewart.
Yes, for sure.
Certainly, if you're going to spend a ridiculous pick on him. All right, next guy. We'll talk about him in bus. Next guy I'm talking about is Bishop Sankey. Easy there. Easy. If you had him last year, he was such a disappointment. And so after the season, they said it was a lot of mental things. Basically, his footwork wasn't there. He couldn't pick up the blocking. He couldn't do this. I hate to say this, Mama Sankey, but I think your boy's just kind of a little bit slower than some. So hopefully, he's now had the time.
Blow.
He's now had the time. Well, it takes some time to learn that stuff.
It does.
Might. I'm just saying he's not a quick learner.
Okay.
He could pummel me into the ground. Let's be nice here. So it takes. I think he might have learned all that stuff. So due to that fact, you know, everyone's saying, "Oh, Cobb. They took Cobb in the 5th round. He's going to be awesome." Who cares? They took him in the 5th round. Sankey is their guy. They want Sankey to be the man out there. I don't love Cobb. I don't know why Cobb's going well above Sankey right now. Just trust me, as a deep late round pick, I think you could do a lot worse than this guy.
No surprise on the next one, Ladarius Green. He's going to be, you know, on pretty much everyone's deep sleeper list as far as a tight end, right on the cusp of tight end 1, tight end 2, just because, you know, Gates will be back at some point, but just 1 year older. We've all heard the hype about Green and how much potential he has. You're going to get him, you know, for 4 games. He's going to be the starter. You know, you can play the waiver wire, maybe try to find another tight end that can help you, but his upside is huge. The preseason reports have been positive on him. You gotta like taking a gamble on him late. You're going to be excited about that pick.
There's another great gamble guy, and that's Jay Ajayi from the Miami Dolphins. He was also drafted in the 5th round, but unlike Cobb, I really like this kid's talent. He was drafted late because he has some injury issues, and they're worried about long-term with him, so that's why he slipped so far. So you could get him at pick 130 when you could get, and Lamar Miller right now is going at 35 overall, where I think it's going to end up being a battle, and I think that the J-Train, that's his nickname, could end up being the man out there. So when you're at the end of your draft, he's a great guy to scoop up because I think you could get a starter on an offense that we really like that could produce for you, certainly, maybe not right up front, but certainly the second half of the year.
Next, we're going to talk about my boy, Danny Woodhead.
Every year.
Here's the deal with Woodhead. I know he's not the most exciting pick, but any type of PPR league, even a half-point PPR, you look at what he did 2013, he was a top 15 running back in a lot of those formats. You can't just
2014.
2013.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
That's right, injury. He broke his leg.
Last year he was hurt.
He broke his leg.
Last year he got hurt. 2013, he was way underrated. I know he's not a sexy pick. I know he's not an exciting pick, but he can be a nice bye-week fill-in for you, and maybe a flex play from week to week, just depending on who they're playing. Don't ignore him in the late rounds. He needs a little bit of attention.
You can't ignore him. He's coming off a broken leg, as I just stated. All right, next guy I'm talking about is John Brown. And I know out for the Arizona Cardinals, they already got 2 receivers. This is another kind of slot guy that I'm touting here. But with John Brown, I mean, everyone remembers what he did last year. Towards the second half, he started running those seam routes, getting the deep balls. He just really fits that Bruce Arians offense so well, and he's going to be featured a rookie last year. Apparently, he's bulked up a lot, working on his blocking. It's just all the right things that you like to hear. I just, again, got high hopes for a kid that you can get after pick 100 that could have, 900 yards and 7-8 touchdown potential.
Moving on, we got a guy that had a lot of hype going into last year, and he got injured, and now everyone's forgotten about him. But Marvin Jones, you can't forget about this guy. He had a lot of hype for a reason. I think he had double-digit touchdowns in 2013. He's on a solid offense with the Bengals. He's got Ajayi Green on the other side of him. He's penciled in as the starting receiver. You can't forget about him either. I mean, this is a guy that's going super late right now. I do expect him to move up draft boards as the preseason moves along and people remember, oh yeah.
Yeah, right now he's a great call. He's probably one of the best teams because he's not even getting drafted.
As of right now, he is going crazy late. But he will move up as people remember. But as of right now, obviously great deep sleeper if you're doing any type of early drafts, but we'll see what happens during the preseason.
All right, got a quarterback for you, and 10-team leagues, maybe even 12. He ain't going to be a QB1, but if you're looking at deeper leagues, 2 quarterback leagues, we're kind of, I can't believe I'm saying this, we're kind of interested in the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Blake Bortles.
Good.
He's not that bad. He's good. He's got a big arm, and we like, they got Allen Robinson, they now have Julius Thomas there, so there's a few pieces coming together for him that just is a deep, deep sleeper. And, in a 1 quarterback league, we don't normally suggest taking a backup, but certainly in the really deep leagues or 2 quarterback leagues, he's an interesting guy to keep an eye on. Dynasty and keeper as well. He could have some long-term upside, we feel.
And another quarterback, and this is a perfect guy if you go for like a Romo or Tom Brady and you want to get a solid QB2 to just make sure that you have some depth at that position, Sam Bradford. Obviously, health is his big thing.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he gets hurt a lot.
Get out of here.
But with what they have going on in Philly, with that type of offense, the weapons they have out there, if he can stay healthy, I mean, top 10 quarterback potential. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely there. He's been solid at times on bad offenses when he's been healthy. So,
and that was just something that happens to the Rams, I feel. Rams always get hosed, poor guys. Since the Kurt Warner days, it just hasn't worked out.
He could be good for the Eagles, so we'll see.
All right, close it up, Dustin.
All right, so that's our deep sleepers. Check out all our other rankings videos. Don't forget about DraftKings. If you want to get on our website, post stuff in our forums, let us know how your drafts are going, got any questions. Our top 150 cheat sheet will be up on the site. You're going to want to print that off for your draft. We will be updating it as the preseason goes on. Namco right here, Dustin right here.
Thanks, guys. Yes. Appreciate your time. Check you later.